What is up? Welcome to the Pinfall Podcast. I am your host, Liz. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Marcus.
It's fucking Wrestlemania! The greatest event in all of pro wrestling and sports entertainment. And, my god, was this a big one. This is just night one.
Yeah, what happened?
Now, last year, night one was fantastic. Night two was pretty iffy. But there's a lot tomorrow. Got some great matches lined up. Yeah, we had Cody debut. Fucking awesome. We had Bianca as the new Raw Women's Champion in an outstanding match. Amazing match. Charlotte Flair retained. The Usos retained. Rick Boogs got injured. We'll talk more about that later. Stone Cold Steve Austin had a match against Kevin Owens, and it was fun. It was great.
Shockingly.
Yeah, did not think he could go at his age after all the injuries he's sustained. Miriam said if AEW signees are all elite, doesn't WWE signee make them sports entertainer? Is Cody Rhodes officially? Well, BT Sport made a tweet saying Cody Rhodes is hashtag WWE.
Yeah, which was petty as fuck.
Love it. Love it, though. Do you want to talk about our predictions?
I'd love to talk about our predictions today.
All right, don't spoil it.
I haven't spoiled a goddamn thing.
So, just so everyone knows, today's predictions include Stand and Deliver, which we made the predictions for those on Thursday. We're not going to talk about Stand and Deliver very much, if at all, aside from the fact that it was a great show. That was a very, very great show. So, there were, in total today, 14 predictions we made. There's another 8 tomorrow. So, give me your number first. Actually, before you do that, I am the current reigning champ after the last event. We didn't do predictions for New Japan Cup, right? What was the last thing we did predictions for?
I thought we did predictions for New Japan Cup.
I don't think so. Let me see. Didn't take much scrolling to get to. Last thing we did predictions for was... Okay, maybe it will take a little bit of scrolling. Okay, it was Revolution. That was the last thing we did predictions for. So yeah, I am the reigning Pinfall Podcast prediction champion. For those who don't know how our predictions work, for every incorrect prediction we make, we have to do one dab of hot sauce. Liz, what hot sauce do you have?
I have this, which I'm going to do something more fun tomorrow, but this is just, it's called Spice, and it's habanero. And it's pretty spicy. And I've also got spicy Pringles.
And I've got El Yucateco Chile Habanero. I'm having it with nothing but a spoon. And whoever has the most correct predictions is crowned the Pinfall Podcast Prediction Champion and doles out a punishment to the loser. And again, I'm the reigning champ. Liz, how many... what's your record today? How'd you do?
I believe it was 10.
10 and 4. You have 4 wrong.
Right? Right.
I really wish you wrote down your stand and deliver predictions.
I did. I wrote them down. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 right in stand and deliver.
Mm-hmm.
And then tonight I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 right. So 4 and 6 and whatever else.
So 10 and 4, and I got 9 right and 5 wrong. Lost by 1. Fucking 1. I'm mad that I went against my gut and picked Carmelo Hayes to win that ladder match over Cameron Grimes. But if Rick Boogs hadn't gotten injured, and we'll talk about this more in depth later.
Like in the next 5 seconds, probably.
Yeah. Things might be different. Might be. I don't know what you picked for that one. Oh, okay.
It would have been different.
So you have to deal out a punishment to me. You finally dethroned me after 3 pay-per-views.
We're going to play a fun game.
Okay. I like fun games.
Do you want to know what the fun game is?
Sure.
I have compiled a list of shoot names.
Mm.
And our fun game is going to be, I'll give you 3. I was going to do it even, like give you like 2 women, 2 men, but there's not enough women.
Just in general.
I compiled this during the Stone Cold Austin match, so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I can find for $1 name a woman. But I'm going to give you 3.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to guess. And for everyone you get wrong, you just do a little bit of hot sauce.
Okay. Okay. And that's at the beginning of every match we talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right. So, do you want to talk about Wrestlemania and all the goodness that went down?
I suppose that's why we're here. So I guess.
I just want to say that I had so much fun tonight. So much fun wrestling today.
I had some fun. Some things I didn't have fun with, but I had some fun.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I was tired.
Do want to say New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland and Butch and Fight Night. That was supposed to happen today, but they had to cut it for time because they've been running so many video packages for night 2 that they didn't have time for it. Even with having to cut the Smackdown tag match short because Rick Boogs got injured, they still didn't have enough time for the New Day. Fucking ridiculous. That's my only complaint about night 1.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
So the first match we had was Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs versus the Usos for the SmackDown tag titles. Liz, who'd you pick?
I picked Shinsuke and Rick Boogs.
I did too, and it's very unfortunate it went down the way it did. Yeah.
If you watch this match, you might have been like, that seemed like it happened really quickly. And that's because it did.
Yeah.
So Shinsuke starts the match with Jimmy. Jimmy gets what?
I'm not doing the quiz.
Oh Jesus, sorry. Hang on, I'll do the quiz via my actual laptop because I don't feel like scrolling back and forth.
We also have to do a dab.
Oh yeah.
We're getting this wrong. And I have no clue how much of this to put on.
So I'll start you off with an easy one.
Too much. Cheers. Here's mate.
Hang on. What?
It's hot. Oh God. All right, give me him.
All right. Let's start with Charles Edward Betts. And these are AEW and WWE names. So.
Okay. Thank you, Marcus Devil May Cry, for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to the pinfall party. That's our new entourage name.
Okay.
So Charles Edward what?
Betts.
Charles Edward Betts. How many guesses do I get?
You can have. Do you want multiple guesses or do you want like a couple hints?
Well, how about first guess is no hints, second guess is like a little hints, and then third guess. The 3 guesses. Second one,
right.
I get 1 hint after.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna guess. I don't know why this is the first thing popping in my head, but I'm gonna say cheeseburger.
Well, is considering the fact that Cheeseburger is on neither WWE or AEW,
I didn't
you're
know
wrong.
you specified that.
I did.
Oh.
You were still reeling from the hot sauce though, so maybe that's why.
Okay. Is that
I
my
will give
first
you a
guess?
free pass on that one.
Okay. Charles Edward Betts. Chuck Taylor.
No. This man is currently in a WWE tag team.
Oh, tag team. WWE. Charles Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey.
No. That is not him.
Okay. Another hint?
The person he is in a tag team with right now was originally in a tag team with somebody who was released.
Released or they left?
Released.
Oh. Huh. Riddle.
No, actually, Matthew Riddle is his real name. The man in question is Chad Gable. Okay, next one.
Oh, I completely misunderstood what the hint was. I was like I thought you meant they were in a tag team with someone that was released.
No.
Okay. All right, what's the next one?
This one's one of my favorite names because it's not who you would expect it to be. Sydney Bateman.
Sting.
Mm-mm.
Right, hint.
He is in WWE.
Oh, I need to do a dab for that one.
Okay. Well, while you do that, this guy is in WWE and he is pretty annoying. His storyline is like very cringy to watch.
Austin Theory.
No.
Okay, another hint.
He is. I'm not good at hints. He originally this might give it away. He originally was in a storyline with Sasha Banks.
Reggie.
Yeah. Sorry. That was pretty easy.
You said cringy storyline, and then after Austin Theory, my mind went to Duke Hudson.
Oh.
All right, next one. Last one for this one.
Last one. Let's see. Let's get a woman.
For $1, name a woman.
Laura Dennis.
Laura Dennis.
I feel like this won't work for you.
The bunny.
Didn't even need a hint.
I knew her name was Laura. All right, perfect. Easy peasy. So, SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Right, so Shinsuke starts the match with Jimmy. Jimmy gets a big boot and then gets stomped in the corner before being laid across the buckles and a knee into his midsection. There's an uppercut from Shinsuke to Shinsuke from Jay. This gets Jimmy back in. They do that thing where they tear open his legs. There's an enziguri to the back of Shinsuke's head. Boog wants the tag. Jay gets in after that. Boogs takes on both of the Usos before receiving a super kick to the stomach from Jay. And then Boogs catches Jay in a bear hug, hoists him up for a vertical suplex, does a little squat with him in the process, and hits him with that suplex. Then Boogs lifts Jay. And then Jimmy jumps on his back. And then Boogs collapses under the weight.
This was weird. His knee buckled, and that was weird because on SmackDown, it was it was revealed that he was faking the injury. He took the bandages off, and it was acting like he's fine. And so when that happened, something just felt way wrong.
Yeah. And he disappears from screen for a little while. Shinsuke gets back in. There's a kick to the back of Jay's neck and then a sliding German suplex to Jay. Shinsuke goes for the Kinshasa, but gets super kicked instead. Jimmy then goes up top, hits the Uso splash onto Shinsuke, doesn't get the pin, but when Jay gets in, they hit the 1D to win. And it's very confusing because you're
yeah.
I thought we were watching our WrestleMania match.
Yeah, and then it was revealed that Rick Boogs suffered a torn quadricep patella, which will require surgery, which is very unfortunate. And we hope he recovers very quickly.
Yeah.
So best of luck to him. So, up next, we have Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. Who'd you pick?
I picked Drew McIntyre. Because why would I go against him?
Yeah. And this match was so much fun. This was a great match.
Yeah, it actually really wasn't that bad at all.
So, quiz.
Yes, quiz. So, let me cross off. Oh, let's do one of my favorite ones. Paul Gruber.
Paul Gruber.
Yep.
Paul Gruber. Sheamus.
No, this person is on AEW. And recently had a character shift. It wasn't a heel turn, but it was more of a tweener turn, I think.
Tweener turn. I feel like that crosses Jay Lethal off the list because I think he's full-blown heel now. I'm going to say... I don't know if you'd consider Hangman a tweener, because he's not really. Tweener turn. My mind goes to Macklin, but he's not on AEW. Who had a tweener turn? Um. Fucking. It's not Sammy Guevara. Jeff Hardy.
Nope. This man just recently won a title this past weekend.
What could be Scorpio Sky?
This past weekend.
Oh, this past weekend.
Yeah.
Wheeler Yuta.
There you go.
That's his name, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. How about keeping in the AEW theme?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do Steve Borden.
Oh, I feel like I know this. Is it Sting?
You do. That's Sting. All right, let's see if you can go 3 for 3 here.
Okay.
Mark Dion.
Mark Dion.
With a C, by the way.
Mark Dion. Spell Dion for me, please.
Dionne.
Mark Quinn.
No. This guy has not actually been wrestling on TV in a little while, but he's been on TV. He is a wrestler.
So I take that as he's been appearing on TV but not wrestling.
Correct.
So that could be William Regal. Could be but it could also be a more active member. Maybe the Blade. The Blade wrestled recently, never mind. I'm gonna assume it's AEW.
Yes.
Who's been kind of on the sidelines, but like still appearing? Nobody in AFO. Maybe Dark Order? Maybe Dark Order. Maybe somebody in Dark Order. It's not Brandon Cutler. It's not anyone in the Elite. God. Is it Mark Henry?
No. You were right in guessing that he was in the Dark Order.
Is it Evil Uno?
No.
Oh.
It is Stu Grayson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if
French
he wrestled
Canadian.
recently. I don't think he has.
Not on TV.
Alright, so Drew versus Corbs.
Yeah. What a match.
So fun.
So Drew gets an uppercut almost right off the bat. He gets slammed into the post and like knocks something off the post, actually. There's a lariat to Corbin, though, sending him into a different corner. There's some clotheslines to Corbin that send him from the ring. Drew is then sent into the post from the apron and goes flying. Drew gets driven into the corner and then covered, but it's only a 1 count. Corbin then suplexes Drew once and then twice, and then we get a hard right to McIntyre and then another one. And then Madcap Moss gets up on the apron and starts yelling at Drew, or starts cheering Corbin on, actually. And Corbin's kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's pissed about it. As Corbin yells at Moss, he immediately gets spinebustered right after that from Drew. Then Corbin does that sick little fast Corbin thing, right into a belly-to-belly toss suplex, and then a neck breaker and a kip up from Drew. However, Corbin gets the deep six to McIntyre. Corbin tries to choke slam him, but gets shoved into the corner again. Instead, McIntyre punches him, hits him with a top rope lariat. He wants the Claymore, but Corbin rolls away. Then Drew swantons over the rope onto Corbin and Moss. He hits Moss with a suplex ringside. Back in the ring, Corbin attempts the end of days, can't get it. Drew attempts the Claymore, can't get it. Corbin gets the end of days, McIntyre kicks out. We get a future shock DDT, another kip up, and then finally we get the Claymore for Drew McIntyre to win. And then Drew McIntyre destroys the fucking ring.
Grabs Angela, slices those ropes, and calls it a day. So fun. So good. Yeah. And then up next we have, in my opinion, the sleeper hit of the night. One neither of us expected to be a great match.
I don't even want to say that.
The Mysterios versus The Miz and Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul shocked all of us. Who'd you pick?
I picked The Miz and Logan Paul.
And I picked the Mysterios. And boy, was I wrong. So let me do a dabble. Are you ready? Some more names.
Okay. So let's see. Let's do Edward Moore.
Edward Moore. Edward Moore. Edward Moore. Now, when you say AEW, does that include Ring of Honor?
No.
Okay. Edward Moore. Corbin.
No. He is AEW. And he is somebody that we really, really, really like in AEW.
Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm drinking some water at a celebration.
Hell yeah. Let's go up here. We haven't done a lady in a while. Ashley Urbanski.
Oh, I know this one. I've seen the name a bunch. Ashley Urbanski. Carmella.
No. She is on WWE. But she is, I don't know what the fuck she's doing right now, actually. She's not in a tag team. I think she's just a singles wrestler, but I don't think that we've seen her very much recently.
Nikki Ash.
No. Like I said, she's on Smackdown. She is... She was an NXT call-up.
It's two I got in my mind.
And you only got one chance.
Ashley Urbanski, right?
Mm-hmm.
Urbanski starts with U.
Right.
I'm gonna say, it's a 50-50 shot. It's a 50-50 shot. I'm gonna say Aaliyah.
So sorry, it's Shotzi.
Oh, that was the other one. Yep. God damn it.
Then let's do Kenneth Crawford.
Kenneth Crawford. Kenny Omega.
Nope. WWE. Raw. Tag team.
Raw tag team. Raw tag team. Kenneth. Randy Orton.
No, Randy Orton's name is Randall Orton.
Shit.
He's in a tag team that I think has, let me make sure. Yeah, has a match at WrestleMania.
Kenneth Crawford. So it's neither of RK Bro. Could be Otis. Could be Street Profits. I don't think there's any other tag teams. Like on night 2, or has it already happened yet?
Night 2.
Kenneth Crawford. It's fuck. I got a 33.33% chance. Is this my second guess?
This is your third.
Is it my third? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Randy.
You guess Kenny and then Randy.
Otis.
No, Otis actually has a name that I cannot pronounce, and that is watch.
Why?
I said Otis has a name that I cannot pronounce, and that's why I did not choose him.
Oh.
Yeah, his name is Nikola Bogojevic.
Okay.
No, this is Montez Ford.
Oh. Wouldn't peg him for Kenneth.
I know. That's why I chose him as one of my people.
Oh, bottoms up.
Yeah, so this match was like weirdly decent. If I do have to say that.
If you're being honest.
If I'm being relatively honest here. Some stuff that I didn't like, but I will give credit where credit is due. At least Logan clearly took it seriously, what he was doing.
Yeah, and safety.
Yeah. So Logan starts off the match against Ray. We get some hard gut punches to Ray, and then Logan does like a fancy split only to get kicked in the head. Miz gets in, Dominic gets in, we get a tag team maneuver onto the Miz, and then a Hurricane Rana to the Miz, and sort of like a DDT to Logan, it sort of seemed like. It's like at the same time. Dominic then flies out onto the Miz, loads him back into the ring, only for the Miz to roll out. Miz then distracts the ref. Logan hits Dom with some hammer fists to the neck. This, like, kind of fucks Dom a little bit. Logan then power slams Dominic really successfully. Miz gets in. We get some alternating kicks to Dominic and then some vamping. Logan hits Dom with a flying blockbuster off the second rope, and then Miz whips Dominic in. The fuck was that?
Okay.
Sorry, it sounded like something like fell onto my laptop, but nothing did. Anyways, so yeah, the Miz whips Dominic into the corner, and then Dominic punches Logan, hits the Miz with a tornado DDT. Ray gets in. We get a flying Hurricane Rana and a sunset flip to Ray, but Ray rolls through, kicks the Miz. He tries to roll the Miz up with an inside cradle, but there's no pin. Tries for the 619, but that's countered. The skull crushing finale is then attempted, but that's countered with a big DDT. And then he goes for the Three Amigos, and he fails. The Miz sends him into the corner before the third one. Then Miz hits a big boot to the face of Ray. Logan gets in, and suddenly he does a very successful Three Amigos.
Get that heat,
which
baby.
Didn't care for. And then goes up top, hits the little shimmy before, a very poor shimmy, mind you, before a frog splash and a near fall. Dominic dives out onto the Miz, nearly dying in the fucking process, almost conked his little head. But Dominic and Ray get a double 619 to the Miz. Or not to the Miz, sorry. To Logan. But before that can happen, Miz tags in. And then while they're like going to cover on Logan, because I didn't see this, Miz comes in and then drives Dominic onto Ray, who's covering on Logan, hits the skull crushing finale on Logan on Logan. Well, on Dominic to win. And then he hits the skull crushing finale on Logan to tie off that loose end.
Yeah. It was very fun. Very fun. Didn't expect Logan Paul to be as good and safe as he was. Do you talk about when Miz turned on Logan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's probably going to be the match at Backlash. So after that, Stephanie McMahon comes out and she says, "I wanted to say thank you. I'm always blown away by the majesty of Mania, the power of all of us coming from different backgrounds to celebrate this one thing we all love. We say then, now, forever together for a reason. And now it is my honor to introduce one of the key members of the next generation of superstars. He just won his second NCAA championship in heavyweight wrestling. Give it up for Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson." Steveson comes out and vamps the crowd, and we move on to next match. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. Who did you pick?
I picked Bianca Belair.
I did too. This match was outstanding. This was phenomenal.
Yeah. The walkouts were insane.
Oh yeah. All right, before we talk more about it, hit me.
All right. Luis Martinez.
Luis Martinez. Male or female?
Luis.
I've seen male Luises.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I've never heard of a female Luis.
Literally Luis from Bob's Burgers.
That's Louise.
Ever. Luis Martinez. Luis.
Yes, that's the name.
Luis. Luis.
Luis.
Martinez. God, this. I'm like blanking so hard right now. Luis Martinez. Santos Escobar.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Is that his real name?
Let's see. No, it's not.
Okay.
But there's not a ton of. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to say that. But no, it's not Santos. He is on. He was in NXT. He's not in NXT anymore.
Okay. Not anymore, as in he was released or was called up?
Called up.
Call up. I don't think it's Pete Dunne. Call up. Who the fuck was just called up? We're talking who's called up today. Braun Breaker. It's not Braun Breaker.
To be fair, he was not recently called up.
Okay. Not recently called up. Fuck. My mind is blanking so hard. Also, it doesn't help that I'm like full of spice. Luis Martinez. It's not the Mysterios. Fuck. This is tough. This one's tough. Luis Martinez. Oh. Damian Priest. Because Punishment Martinez.
Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I almost just crossed out all of my work. Joseph Ruby.
Joseph Ruby. Joe Gacy.
Holy shit, yeah.
Oh, wow. I just picked the first Joe that came to mind.
I thought that would be hard. And let's see,
Who you got?
let's see. I'm looking at some of the women in NXT.
Gotcha.
Not to give away what I'm about to do. All right, Teresa Serrano.
Tiffany Stratton.
No. I'm not going to give you a hint right now because I already gave you that it's a woman in NXT.
Tiffany Serrano. Zoe Stark.
Teresa Serrano.
Oh, Teresa. Zoe Stark.
Yes.
You see, I originally wanted to say Zoe Stark before Tiffany, but I was like, it's 2 T's, maybe.
All right. The match.
Yes.
So right off the bat, Bianca goes for a KOD. She fails to do that. And then Becky just goes fucking insane. She tries the manhandle slam. It doesn't work. She goes for the disarmer, but doesn't get that. She stomps on Bianca instead. It's really frantic. Nothing is working. There's a big suplex and then a roll through. Bianca wants a vertical suplex, but Becky tucks in. DDTs Bianca. DDTs Bianca. We get a failed moonsault to Bianca and then a disarmer onto Becky, but Becky reaches the ropes. And then we get a bunch of roll-ups, a bunch of reversals. Becky pulls Bianca ringside by the hair, sends her into the stairs. Bianca goes to go over the ropes, but Becky clocks her, hits her with a leg drop to the back of the neck. Then Bianca gets her feet on the second rope and then gets her feet swept. So she goes like flying face first into the mat. Becky then gets an armbar on Bianca into a triangle submission, but Bianca lifts Becky, ends up suplexing her ringside. Eventually back in the ring, we get the gutbuster to Becky. And then Lynch is nearly powerbomb, but she rolls Bianca up. Bianca hits the glam slam to Lynch and then a springboard moonsault onto Lynch. Still doesn't get the pin. Becky gets Bianca up top, but Bianca begins to fight back. She lifts Lynch and drops her on the buckle, which I thought was a really weird move, and it definitely didn't look right, but I guess it's fine. Then Belair goes up top, hits the 450 splash, but Lynch still kicks out. Becky then goes on the apron. She hangs Bianca up on the top rope, and if I could scroll, I would see more of my notes. Starts kicking Bianca, hits her with according to Jimmy, this is not me, this is Jimmy, a flying rolling thunder kick.
Yeah.
Sure. She can't get the manhandle slam, but Bianca gets a spinebuster off onto Becky. She goes for another flying moonsault, but onto the knees of Becky this time. She goes for the glam slam again, but Becky counters. Becky's then nearly hit with the KOD, but she grabs the ropes. Bianca throws Becky ringside, and then Bianca gets conked, hit with the manhandle slam against the stairs. Um, she's nearly counted out. She beats the count. She's nearly rolled up, but she still avoids that. Then Becky wants another manhandle slam. She can't get it. Instead, Bianca gets the KOD off onto Becky to win and get that little title of hers.
Yeah, yeah. And I think the great thing about this match was that every single botch or every single like mess up, they were able to quickly adapt, turn it into like the Rolling Thunder kick, or there was a moment where one of them I think messed up like a roll through, and then they turned it into like a set of pins. Like everything was adapted, everything was they went with the flow, and it was beautiful. Really an amazing match. All right, so next up we have Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. Cody is Seth's mystery opponent. That reveal was amazing.
That was so dumb. I can't stand that man.
I love it. Fucking love Cody. Oh god. I'm really excited to see his first promo in WWE. I wanna know what he says. Like if it's clearly WWE scripted or if it's his own thing. But we both picked Cody to win this. We both picked Cody to be the secret opponent. So, you want to give me some names?
I'll give you a name or two. Gary Gordon.
Gary Gordon. That sounds like a fucking Marvel name.
I know.
Gary Gordon. Who the fuck could be a Gary Gordon? Colt Cabana.
No. Colt Cabana actually I think has I think his first name is Colton or his last name is Colton. Oh. He is not in this list. That is why I'm telling you this. No, he is in WWE. He's on Raw, and he is also in a tag team.
Gary Gordon. Right, Gary Gordon?
Yep.
What tag teams are on Raw?
I have no clue.
Well, you should know what tag team this guy's on.
I do.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you consider Seth and KO a tag team right now, but I guess you could. It's not Chad Notice. It's not RK Bro. Could be Angelo Dawkins. We haven't gone to him yet. Could be Mace or T-Bar. Could be Hurt Business. Could be Viking Raiders. Although I know it's not Eric. I know his real name. Raymond Rowe. I don't know Ivar's though. I'm gonna say Ivar.
No. It is not Ivar. He used to have a really weird gimmick in NXT.
Angelo Dawkins.
I guess weird is the word.
Angelo Dawkins.
I think. Yeah.
His fucking Sasha Banks fanboy gimmick.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Okay, Todd Smith.
Todd Smith. Who the fuck is a Todd? Who's a Todd?
Isn't that such a boring ass name? Todd Smith.
Todd Smith. I thought you were just saying Todd, and I was like, I have a friend named Todd. But yeah, Todd Smith. Todd Smith. Todd Smith. I'm gonna throw a fucking name out there. Todd Smith. Chris Jericho.
No. For this, I'm just gonna tell you it's WWE, and it's a tag team person. I don't know what brand.
WWE tag team person. Don't know what brand. Ridge Holland.
No. The tag team that this person is on is a really boring ass tag team, and every time we see them, we're like, oh, god damn it.
This is probably Dirty Dog. That means it could either be Bobby Roode or Dolph. Todd, which one is more of a Todd Smith? Oh no, it's not Dolph. He's Nick Nemeth. So it's Bobby Roode.
It is not. It's Ivar.
I don't think that whenever Viking Raiders are on TV, I enjoy the Viking Raiders.
Oh, I fucking hate the Viking Raiders. Sorry. I shouldn't have been so presumptuous.
You should watch them in New Japan. They're a lot of fun. And NXT, they're great in NXT.
Anyways.
Oh, that's a dab.
Yeah, no, I wrote down Todd Smith because like I saw that and I was like, Todd Smith. That's such a boring fucking name for like what Ivar looks like.
Yeah. All right.
Stephen Farrelly.
Spell that last name for me, please.
Farrelly.
Farrelly. Stephen Farrelly. Stephen Farrelly. You haven't done AEW in a while, so I'm gonna guess an AEW name. Stephen Farrelly. Stephen Farrelly. Kyle O'Reilly.
No. I hate to break it to you. It's WWE.
Ah, shit. Okay.
He's been in WWE for like quite literally as long as I can fucking remember. And there's a really good chance that he's like one of the most tenured wrestlers.
Active? Like active?
Active wrestler, yes.
Brock Lesnar.
No. He fuck.
The most tenured.
Yeah, most tenured. He had a storyline that spawned a very funny quote.
Very funny quote. Trying to think who the fuck is tenured. It could be Sheldon Benjamin, but I don't think he had a funny quote. Unless I'm just not remembering it. Could be Randy Orton, but you said his name is Randy Orton. Could be Dolph Ziggler. No, that's Nick Nemeth. The Miz is Mike Mizanin. Stephen Farrelly. Not Roman Reigns. I don't like that smile. That smile makes me think I'm wrong. How many guesses have I had? 1, 2?
2.
Shit. Okay. No. Roman Reigns. I don't know. Whatever fucking tenured members are there?
Sheamus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Steven. Oh, Fairly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
My hint was going to be he was supposed to have a match tonight, but I was like, that kind of gives it up a little bit.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. Because that's the feud with Jeff Hardy spawned. That's piss in your lungs.
Oh. Alright. Is there one more for this set? Or is that it?
No, I believe that is it.
Okay. Alright, so now we have Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey for the Smackdown Women's title. Oh, wait, no. Seth and Cody.
I was going to say, wait, why am I so scrolled back in my notes then?
We never talked about that.
I like that you were so excited about it, and now we're just like, anyways. So Cody gets a headlock on Seth, does a goofy little his little fucking Stardust thing, which...
Oh my god. Fucking... Love it.
There's a shoulder tackle to Cody. Cody ends up getting socked. And then Cody socks Seth right back. And it's like one of those matches where they're too evenly paired. Rhodes then gets launched to ringside after a failed vertical suplex loads both men out to the floor. Rollins gets pulled shoulder first into the ring post. Then we get a kick through the legs to Rollins, but Rollins gets his bearings back. And eventually he hits an ensiguri to Cody. We go off the top rope with a crossbody attempt. Rollins gets a drop kick off midair, though, as Cody's flying. Then we get a gutbuster to Rhodes and a bear hug applied to that very same gut. And then a back elbow after Cody gets free. Cody then sends Rollins ringside and sends Seth out. Then he tries to fucking go off the ropes onto Seth and nearly fucking eats complete shit. Like, on top of his head, nearly eats complete shit. Cody then gets powerbombed into the barricade. We get a glancing knee off the top rope back in the ring, and then a super kick to the jaw, and then a Falcon Arrow, but it's just not enough. Seth goes for the stomp twice. It's countered both. And then Cody hits the crossroads to not get the pin, which was really just a fucking incredible start. Rhodes then goes up top, but Seth meets him up there, hits him with, like, you explained that this was something that Goldust used to do, which is like a dragon sleeper suplex something or other.
It was the Falcon Arrow.
Oh yeah, it was like the inverted Falcon Arrow.
Yeah, it turned it into like an inverted suplex, and I forget the move that Goldust did.
Yeah. And then he hits Cody with like a dragon sleeper slam type thing after that. However, Cody gets up. He hits a failed Phoenix Splash. He doesn't get the pedigree either. Eventually, he keeps teasing that pedigree too. He goes for like the pedigree, but then powerbombs Seth instead. He hits a top rope cutter to Seth, and then Seth goes for the pedigree onto Cody. Can't get it. At this point, I was kind of tired of the match. I didn't like it very much. I liked the novelty of it, but I just did not think this was a very good match. Cody and Seth exchanged some punches. We got some Guana-style kicks to Cody, and then a big old fist. And then Cody hits the crossroads 3 times, which I like to call the 3 friends, because it's Cody. And then Cody wins. What?
I'm suddenly getting the 3 friends.
Yeah, because it's Cody and he's white.
I very much enjoyed the match, mostly because Seth can turn any match into a great one, and I enjoy Cody. I think he's a good storyteller. He fucking is good at good at throwing references out there. Like this fucking Stardust. He just puts so much passion in his matches.
I just thought that the match itself was very clunky. It was very over-rehearsed almost, I think.
Okay. I feel like that's what you could say about 90% of WWE matches, though.
Yeah, no, I think I was expecting something else, something a little better.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, up next we have Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Who did you pick?
I picked Charlotte Flair.
I did too. And that's the final prediction. We did not make a prediction on Kevin Owens versus Steve Austin because we didn't know it would be a match.
So I only got one wrong.
I got 2 wrong, yeah. Because you got 3 wrong at Stand and Deliver. I guess.
That would make sense. Because I chose Cora Jade, I chose Imperium. I'm sure I made another wrong prediction somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking violent to start. We get some kicks to Charlotte.
Whoa,
and then
whoa.
Oh, fuck me. I keep
Your own punishment.
I know. Alright. Alex Zikos.
Alex Zikos. Zykos?
Z-I.
Alex Zikos. Sounds almost Greek.
It does. It looks almost Greek too.
Alex Zikos. I just gotta throw a fucking name out there. Alex Zikos. Pac.
No. Pretty sure Pac's name is Adrian.
Neville.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Adrian. It might not be. Actually, I don't think it is, now that I think about it. No, it's Benjamin. Sorry. I'm stupid. This guy is on AEW. He most recently was wrestling in a tag team. He's part of a faction, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not a tag team wrestler, but he was most recently in a tag team.
He's in a faction, most recently in a tag team, but not a tag team wrestler. Brody King.
No.
Of a faction.
Yeah. He played a pretty big role in BTE for the last few weeks.
Nacho Padre, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome.
Howdy.
To the pinfall party. So what was that hint?
He recently played a very big role on BTE. Or yeah, like the last few episodes of BTE, I think.
So it's not
not very big, but like it was an important role in a story.
Right. It's not Christopher Daniels. I think it's Adam Cole. Because Adam Cole wasn't in a tag team match. Unless you're counting a trios match as a tag team match. Are you? Are you counting a trios match as a tag team match?
I gave you enough hints.
Adam Cole.
No, his name is Austin Jenkins.
Oh.
Alex Zikos is Alex Reynolds.
He is part of a tag team. Like, he is a tag team wrestler. Him and John Silver are a tag team.
Oh, is he purely a tag team?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he did single stuff.
No. They do just tag team stuff.
Oh, well. Would you look at that?
Because I thought Alex Reynolds in my head. I was like, no, he's a tag team guy.
Fair enough. Daniel Covell. Or Covell. Covell?
Spell it.
Cobell.
Daniel Covell.
Sure.
Let's see, is there a Danny? Is there a Danny anywhere? Dan the dad. Christopher Daniels.
Look at you.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And finally, Tyson Smith.
Tyson Kidd.
No. AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Has not really been wrestling much as of lately.
Von Spears.
No.
Mm.
Has not been wrestling much lately, but also has not been on TV much at all.
Oh.
In like a while.
Like just AEW TV, or they've popped up elsewhere, or they've just been missing for a while.
Missing for a while.
Huh, Tyson's. Because my brain's going to Brian Cage, but he just popped up at Ring of Honor. Tyson Smith. Who the fuck is Tyson Smith? Off TV. Have I made two? Oh yeah, I have made two. Yeah, so he's been off TV. Hasn't had much matches. I want to guess Kenny Omega. I don't know his real name. He's been like off TV. Fuck it, Kenny Omega.
Yes.
Oh wow. He doesn't look like a Tyson to me.
We've had this conversation before, so I thought you would get it really quickly.
Oh, okay. Alright, last one.
Alright. No, that was 3.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Christopher Daniels, Alex Reynolds, and Kenny.
Oh, okay. Alright, so Charlotte and Ronda.
Right. Okay. So, like I said, starts off very violently. There's several kicks and jabs and what have you to Charlotte, and then a failed ankle lock. Ronda hits a scary little takedown to Charlotte, then starts choking her out with her thighs on the apron. She gets a driving elbow to the chest of Charlotte gets a driving elbow to the chest of Ronda on the apron, and then sends her all the way down to the floor. Back in the ring, we get a snapmare to Ronda and a hard elbow, but no pin. Charlotte then gets a dragon sleeper off onto Ronda, who ends up breaking out. She hits Charlotte with a knee, starts ragdolling her in a way that one would only do if they wanted to separate their opponent's arm from their shoulder. Charlotte, however, ends up spearing Ronda. There's a back to belly suplex to Ronda, and then 2 failed moonsaults to Ronda. One was supposed to hit, it did not. Right into some chops to Rousey's chest. Then Ronda hits Charlotte with an arm drag off the top rope, hits her with the Piper's Pit, and then an armbar, but Charlotte escapes. She gets a big boot to the face of Ronda and a scoop slam on Flair. Then there's an ankle lock, and Flair looks like she might tap. She doesn't. She reverses. Rousey ends up gets to her back. I don't know what that means. Rousey gets put into a heel hook or an ankle lock, sorry, and Rousey ends up getting on to her back. She flings Charlotte, gets the heel hook on Charlotte again and into a knee bar. Flair kicks her way out, literally kicks her way out. And then an armbar right into the figure 8. At this point, our TV stopped showing us the image, which was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Thanks, WWE. Rousey reverses it, though. Ronda ends up getting suplexed into the barricade. She hits the Piper's Pit in the corner, but Charlotte has her foot on the ropes. The referee technically counts to 3, but he's like, oh, wait, no. Like, the boot is up there. And it had been before he counted to 3, so it's not like it was like a last second thing. Yeah. Then we get a natural selection. Rousey kicks out. Rousey ends up kicking Charlotte into a spear onto the official. And then Rousey gets the armbar, and Charlotte taps immediately, but the official's knocked over. So Rousey gets the official back into the ring, and then immediately gets hit with a big boot.
This is something, the tapping was something smart that I noticed ever since Daniel Bryan and Edge fought Roman. She definitely tapped, not because she was in severe pain, but because she just wanted to act like it so that Ronda would let go. Because she's inexperienced. She'll make her think that she won. Because I think Roman did that same thing.
Fair enough. I can see it.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a decent enough match. Ronda wasn't as horrible in the ring, that at least this match, as she had been. But Charlotte definitely brought all of like the heart to the match and really carried it in terms of just emotion, and storytelling. But it wasn't awful. So then after that, we've got the KO show. And KO comes out and he says, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WrestleMania main event edition of the Kevin Owens Show. Now, as you just saw, I said pretty rotten things about Texas and Stone Cold. One of those things was the fact that if North America was a human body, Texas would be the ass. I do realize that might have been too far. Maybe I should apologize. So I'd like to sincerely apologize to every Texan out there. I am sorry. I'm sorry for telling the absolute God's honest truth about your pathetic state. I've been here for a couple days and it's worse than I remembered. I feel like you guys are eagerly anticipating me bringing out my guest. Well, guess what? I'm going to bring him out when I want to because it's my show. What we have here is the absolute worst role model in the history of WWE. I used to look up to him, but tonight, when he's sitting in that chair, I'm going to look him in the eyes and tell him how much he sucks. He's not going to do a damn thing. He's going to take it. Because he knows if he doesn't show me the respect I command, I will hit him with a stunner and pour a beer right on his stupid bald head. But I'm not done. And the Stone Cold comes out. And he vamps the crowd a little bit, but then walks back. And comes out in the four-wheeler. KO says, cut the music. This ain't your show. This is my show. Take a seat. I'm not here for a fight. I'm just here for a chat. Steve says, you want to bring me out here for a conversation after all the trash you've been talking. You look like a jackass. Then you run down the great state of Texas, you dumb son of a bitch. Kevin says, I don't really know what's so great about it. Let's think about it. In the summer, it's hotter than hell. The land is flat and uninspiring. And Steve, the people. They wear these stupid hats, dumbass boots, dumb belt buckles. You can tell anyone that's Texan by how dumb they look. Move somewhere else. I feel for you. If I had to grow up here in Texas, I would have moved to Mexico. It's right there. And Steve Austin says, you've got 75,000 people calling you an asshole. Okay, I was like, oh, don't be like that. Don't be the stereotypical impolite Texan. Be more like me, a sophisticated French Canadian. I'm gonna move past the insults because I actually have to let you in on a secret. I said I invited you on to have a talk, but I lied. I didn't need you to come out here and help me get the world talking about the KO show. I tricked you. I don't want to talk. I have a bad back, but I'm looking for a fight. I brought you out to challenge you to a match. I know it's been 19 years since your last match, and your knees were shot then, your back was shot then. I'm sure they're worse than they ever were, but you're fine aside from those. I don't want to challenge you to any match. I challenge you to a no-holds-barred match right here, right now. You can even talk right now. You can't even talk right now, can you? I can see in your eyes. I know why. You're telling yourself I can't beat this guy. I think you're right. So why don't you do yourself a favor, stop embarrassing yourself, get your cooler of beer, get back in your golf cart, and get back to your stupid ranch. Stone Cold says, I had my first match right here in Dallas, Texas. I could have had my last match here in Dallas, Texas. If you want Stone Cold to compete in a match against this sack of shit, give me a hell yeah. Crowd gives him a hell yeah. He says, ref. Ref comes running down, and we get Kevin Owens versus Steve Austin, no holds barred. And this rocked. This was great.
It was really good. We get some. Let me try that again. I stuttered, but without talking. We get some fists to Kevin in the corner. Or, yeah, fist to Kevin. He gets stomped on and then sent into the corner. Owens then gets sent outside. Steve rakes his eyes. Kevin gets a table set up. Sends a fist to the jaw of Austin. And then Steve sends Kevin into that table. And then over the barricade. Austin ends up getting suplexed onto the floor. We return to ringside, and Kevin gets tossed into the commentary table. And then we get the beer out. And Stone Cold chugs 2 beers over the top of Kevin. Back in the ring, he starts punching the lights out of Kevin. He suplexes Kevin on the stage. He gets some more beer, but Steve gets hit with a stunner. He bounces the chair. Oh, sorry. I didn't put context for this note. Kevin Owens then goes and gets a chair. He takes it and bounces it off the ropes right into his fucking head. Gets hit in the face with it, which staggers him, and then
Kyle O'Reilly style.
Yeah. And then Stone Cold hits the stunner to win.
Oh wait, you didn't do the three
That's why I stuttered, isn't it? Well, let's finish this match and I'll give it to you.
Okay. So after he gets the pinfall, Stone Cold walks around, drinking some more beers, gives another stunner to KO. And then he says, it's good to be back here in Dallas, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. He gives a stunner, same style as he did in 2020, to Byron. Fucking great. Loved it. Yeah, just vamped with the crowd, drank some beer, it was great. Gave a beer to the ref. Wonderful.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. So give me the 3 names.
Yeah, sure. Melissa Cervantes.
Melissa Cervantes?
Mm-hmm.
Melissa Cervantes. Mercedes Martinez.
No. But she is an AEW. I don't know who she was with before, but she wasn't always with. She was part-timing with AEW and somewhere else for a little while.
Melissa Thunder Rosa.
Correct.
All right.
Paige Wooding.
Paige Wooding.
Yeah.
Paige. No.
No.
That wasn't a guess.
No, I know.
Paige Wooding. Paige Wooding. Paige Wooding. Nyla Rose.
No. She is AEW. She is part of the Owen Hart Cup.
Well, there's two. It'd either be Jamie Hayter or Toni Storm. Jamie Hayter.
Correct.
Hey.
And finally, Olivia Hasler.
Can you spell the last name?
Hasler.
Olivia Hasler. Liv Morgan.
AEW.
Any other hints?
She hasn't been on TV in maybe a month, I think.
Month.
But her last match was a banger.
Oh. So AEW hasn't been on TV in like a month, but last match was fantastic.
Yes.
Britt Baker.
No. She is not necessarily a tag team wrestler, but she has been in a tag team before.
In a tag team, AEW. Last match was a banger. Olivia Hasler. Well, there's Chris Statlander, but she's been on TV pretty recently. She was just on TV. Let's see. Match was a banger. It could be Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker versus Mercedes and Thunder Rosa, but that would just leave Thunder Rosa, or not, Mercedes Martinez. Unless it's not it. It could be Anna Jay and Ty Conti versus Penelope Ford and the Bunny. Not the Bunny. I don't think it's Ty Conti. Could be Penelope Ford, because she looks like an Olivia. I'm gonna say Penelope Ford.
You are correct.
Yes. Look at my train of thought. Alright, so that's our recap of WrestleMania Night 1. You hold on to the championship. For now, we'll see if it changes tomorrow. We'll be starting 0-0 tomorrow. So only tomorrow's predictions will count. And then whoever has the most overall will be given a wrestling shirt by the loser. Alright, you want to talk about the bests of the night?
I'll talk about it best of the night, yeah.
Alright, so if you have a question for our question segment, please leave it in the chat now. Or if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment and we'll get to it in the next one. If you're listening on Spotify, join us at twitch.tv/The Pinfall Podcast to chat with us live. Alright. Wrestler of the night. This one's going to be tough. This is going to be so tough. You have three choices. Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, or Steve Austin.
Oh, it's Steve Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
dude's old as shit and broken. Well, not old as shit, but like he's broken.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that.
He gave us all the nostalgia that we were asking for.
He took a suplex on the concrete.
Yeah.
All right, Steve Austin it is. All right, and let's talk about match of the night. This is going to be no contest whatsoever. But, as always, we go from the worst match to the best match of the night, and we'll talk about which match is the best of the night. So, starting off, worst match of the night, with a 3 out of 10, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs versus the Usos. It's unfortunate what happened, but the match did suffer because of it. Next up with a 5 out of 10, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. It was pretty decent. I didn't hate it. Didn't love it. Charlotte was great. Ronda not so much. But it was decent. Alright, next up with a 6 out of 10, Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. This is fun. It was a very fun match. I'm actually surprised that it was this fun. I thought this would be like a pretty lame match, but these guys can put on a wonderful, wonderful time. Next up, a 7 out of 10, Kevin Owens versus Steve Austin. This was great. I mean, this was so much more than we could have asked for. Wonderful. So wonderful. Next up, 7 out of 10, the Mysterios versus Logan Paul and The Miz. So surprising how great this was. Like, I didn't expect this to be great. And it was great storytelling, too. Next up, with an 8 out of 10, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. You didn't like this so much, but I thought this was great. I thought the homages were wonderful. I thought Seth was absolutely fantastic. Putting in some storytelling, saying welcome back to the big leagues, bitch. I thought it was great. But none of those hold a candle to the match of the night. And I know you'll agree. With a 10 out of 10. One of 4 10 out of 10 matches this year. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair.
Fair enough.
Match of the year contender.
Absolutely.
From start to finish, this is perfect. All right.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
All right. Well, those are our best of the night. Liz, would you like to answer some questions?
I can answer a question.
If we have any, let me check YouTube real quick. I forgot to pull it up. Just excuse me one moment. Bear with me one moment.
I'm bearing with you.
Okay. We got no questions.
Okay.
So, why don't you close out the show?
If you tuned in tonight and you... Oh, wait. If you tuned in tonight, thank you so much. And if you tune in the future, thank you so much. We appreciate it. For those who followed us today, thank you. We appreciate it. Please tune in for our continued coverage of WrestleMania tomorrow. My God. Sorry. There's a baby downstairs screeching. That said, please tune in tomorrow night for our continued coverage of WrestleMania. We will be talking about WrestleMania. Quite specifically. It's gonna be super fun. And I'll be more awake. So, hell yeah. Yeah, so please tune in. It's gonna be a great time, and I'm looking forward to it.
We have the main event, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the unified WWE Championship. All right. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Follow and subscribe. All of our social media and everything is the Pinfall Podcast. That's YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, and Twitter. I'm at the Mark Cameron. Liz is at Eliza Elaine23, and we'll see you all tomorrow for Wrestlemania Night 2. And then we'll be back on Tuesday for our 2K22 live stream. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. And join with us back tomorrow. Bye-bye.